Okay, so now we are given a map, right? So we have this map, and maybe we're planning out a really sweet road trip, and we are given, in this case, the scale. So we know that the scale is on the map. When you see 1 inch, it's equivalent to an actual distance of 30 miles. So the distance between various cities on the map are given here. We've got a 4 inch gap, a 7 inch gap, a 1 foot gap. Okay. So we want to use what we're given to find the actual distance between these cities. So in this case, we're going to set it up with what we know. We know that we have the map to the actual. So we have a 1 inch to a 30 mile. And then we're given our map distance, which is a 4 inch. And we want to know how many real miles is that. So this becomes our mystery. So you can say, oh, well, I see that we're essentially doing a 4/4 diva. 1 times what gets us 4? Well, times 4. So we could say 30 times 4 gets us our x, right? 3, 6, 9, 12 plus a 0 will end up with 120 miles between the cities. You could also set it up as a proportion, right? And solve it. Okay, you can do it either way. So in this case, we know that the actual distance between cities is 120 miles. And proper form, you could say that x, your mystery, equals 120. So let's do another one. So no, we still have the same scale. So we have a 1 inch to actual of 30 miles. And this time we're told that it's a little bit of a longer span that maybe we're going to drive on this portion of our road trip. And so we have 7 inches on our map, and we want to know how far is that. Well, again, we could essentially use a diva, right? We can say, oh, well, to turn this 1 into a 7, I just multiplied it by 7 to solve this mystery. I forgot to put in our mystery. And we can say whatever you do to the top is legal so long as you do that same thing to the bottom. So you could say 30 times 7. Well, I know the basic fact is 7 times 3 is 21. Add a 0, which gets us the fact that x is equivalent to 210 miles of a drive in actuality. Here is one that's a little slightly different because we have a different, dun, 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 we have sort of a different, we're using feet instead of inches. And so we need to do a little conversion before we can solve. So we know that in 1 foot, if we want to convert it to inches, there are 12 inches in a foot. So we can say our scale's the same, the 1 to 30 in our map, right? That is our scale still. And we want to know if we have 12 inches in this case, how do we solve our mystery? So go ahead, set it up, see if you can solve this one on your own. Pause the video, and then you can turn it back on for the big reveal. So again, different ways you could do it. You could set it up as a proportion using your cross multiplication here, or you can say essentially what diva did we use? Well, we used a diva of 12, 1 times 12 got us 12. So to solve our mystery, we can say 30 times 12. Well, 3 times 12 gets us 36. 3 times 12 is 36, right? But we got to add our 0 back in. So we see that it's 360 miles in actual distance when the map says that there's 1